Welcome back to the new video. So in this video, we're going to be discussing about the relationships in the SQL. Actually, they are good at relationships, and we're going to be discussing about one-to-one, one-to-many, and many-to-many relationships in the SQL. Mm, so first thing first, I'm going to discuss about one-to-one relationships. Let me show you the query. So here's a student table and contact table. We're going to use one-to-one relationships to link these two tables together. Uh, One-to-one relationship, one-to-one relationship is most frequently used relationship, and this is going to be very used because when we wanted to add more data into the single table, what will happen is it will expand the table content, and it does have more fields and more number of columns and more number of rows. It will be harder for you to fetch the particular data you wanted, so that you will simply merge the two different kinds of tables. Contact details and student, actually they are different. This just has school content and this has personal content. So it would be better, I mean, separately, taking separately. So we're gonna match these two tables using the join. So this table over here, we're gonna be building a one-one relationship using this ID, combining this ID or linking these IDs by using the reference and the table and the table ID. The table which does have the foreign key, we call the table as a child table, and the table which is being, accessing the primary key, we call that as a parent table. So this will do, and I'm gonna open the Postgres. Mm, I guess page admin. Um, Let me show you. I'm downloading web series Death Note. We already downloaded 10 episodes, and this is the 20th episode. Okay, this episode is too huge. Let me show you the length of the episode. This is just 22 minutes, but it's taking so much of data out from me. Okay, it's taking so much time. Just wait until that's done. Not bad. Wow. Another card. I'll try to open again. Until then, I'm gonna show you other the relationship, other relationship which is called one to many. So here is the one to many or many to one. Depends on the type we're gonna take. So mm, if you think about a case where you have something that is only one record, say one student, that student happens to have many number of other types of data, then you ended up using the one to many relationship. I guess we're gonna replace many with the symbol of, let me show you, one to many relationship. uh, SQL. How SQL. So which is something like this, one to many. So student, it does have many different types of data. Something like homework, which is science homework, physics homework, math homework, different types of homework. So something like this. Each student in school makes many homework submissions. This is how we ended up with the one-to-many relationship. If we take homeworks as a starting point, then it will be many-to-one relationship. Okay, that's how one-to-many, many-to-one. So and we're gonna represent the. Let me show you the picture. There isn't a symbol which represents the. I guess what left. Hmm, this bastard. No, no, no. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to create a new database, which is called. I've already created one database which is called school, right? And agile. Let's see what tables does it have. School does have. Mm, it does have country, users, visited countries. So I'm gonna paste the relation one to. I mean, show you the one to relationship. How does that work? Mm, one to one. I guess this will do. Copy and I'll paste over here. Here, this will create the student table, and this one create the contact table and establish the one-to-one relationship to the this table and this table, and this is the primary key, and this is the foreign key, and we're gonna be inserting the data into the student and data into the contact details. I'll change Angela to Acha and CH. CH. Okay. And this is an imaginary address. This will do. So we entering the one. This will automatically generate the ID to the student, and this will establish the relation of one to one between these two tables. And finally, we're going to be joining these two tables with the inner joins. So whenever the condition is done, then this will show you the particular rows from the two tables. So let's run this. Mm, Here you go. We got the table here: ID, first name, last name, which is from the student table, and this is from the contact details. So I hope you understand the one-to-one relationship, and also many to one and one to many as well. And I'm gonna do that as well. I'll just remove this queries, and let's go to the Visual Studio and look at the many to many. This will establish the relationship between the student table and the homework submission. Student table is one, and it is a many to many relationship. So one to many. So we're gonna be taking the this as a starting point. So this will establish the many to one relationship. This will add the data into the homework submission. So based on the user, I mean to here student ID. If I insert another ID, like you know, I can over here, I can add over here something like 100 ID is two student ID, and 99 student ID is one. I got three. No, not two. Not that. Okay, I'll save. And there isn't any student with the ID two, right? So I'm going to insert into student values is gonna be first name and last name, right? Angela and by you. Okay, this will do. Okay, because of that, values Angela, first name and last name. Which the god, this will work. Okay, Malayalam. Uh, it's saying that in teacher. Um, let's, uh, let's go to the history. Let's see what's wrong. What's wrong with you? In the student table, ID is primary key. It's serial. It will automatically create, and first name and last name text created, and when he is insert data. Right. Like that. So now that I understand what the mistake is, and I wanted to add the data for the particular columns. I got to tell them what where I wanted to insert the data. So that's my mistake. F name, L name. Is that it? Mm, F first, first lost. Okay, Okay, success. Refresh and see. This will show. Not bad, not bad. Okay, now let's go and do the one-to-many relationship and many-to-one relationship, whatever. And paste. And paste here. Let's see. Here there's a mistake. Select star from student. Next one. Maybe because of this. Hmm, let's see. Okay, now here you go. Hmm, let's use the join table to get the data from for the user, the one who submitted the data. I mean, did the homework. One. This is a one, and this is a many relationship. Here's into ID teacher and student ID one and the mark, and this is a subject, I guess. Hmm, okay. Okay, over here you can see the user to and class her work case as well, and this is one user and this is his work, and this is one user and this is his work. So this is the one-to-many relationship, and you can access the particular data that you wanted to access. Something like mm, student ID, first name, last name, and mark. So I'll just copy and paste here. Okay, it was success. I hope you understand. So next thing is many-to-many relationships. It's one of the most complex and least used types of relationships. And let me show you how does it look. It is like one table having the many relationship with the uh, multiple tables, and one a table having one relationship with multiple tables. Many, I mean, it does having any relationship with the multiple tables. Actually, I'm confused. Here, example, here's the many to many. We're gonna creating here. Here you can see it does having the two foreign keys of class ID and student ID, and which is having, I mean, student having the one, I mean, student having one, and this does have the many relationship with this table, and this is the one relationship with having the many to many relationship with this enrollment table. So that's how it is. So that's why we're creating the class table, and this does need it does can have another foreign key as well. We can establish the I mean establish the relationship between the another table as well. So I hope you understand. So let's do the work. Mm, Copy the code and join the tables, and you can see the tables as, like this as well. Let's run. Yeah, there isn't any error here. Here you can see class table and enrollment, and here this is the foreign key, and this is the foreign key, and this is the primary key of the student table, and this is the primary key of the ID table. I mean, sorry, class table. And we're giving the primary key to the two 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 things. Okay, this needs to be both one needs to be unique. They these both cannot be equal. Okay, that's what it means. So let's see here. First, we're accessing the three tables of data, right? First, this one's the student ID, class ID, integer. Mm, this is a class table. Uh, Maybe this is a enrollment table, and this is the student table, and this is the class table. So that's it. The student can be enrolled in different classes. Uh, I guess that's it. I hope you understand. Even if you don't understand, I wish you will understand by check out check out the documentation of the SQL double do three. SQL, so that will help you to understand, I guess, I believe. And another thing that I wanted to teach you is about alias. Omit alias, right? I want you to introduce you to be a command that you might see in the future, which is called alias. Alias. We're gonna use the as keyword. Let me show you how we can use that. Here's the query. Where is that? Here. We're gonna use mm, uh, why we're gonna use is we're gonna use alias or as keyword to simplify the queries. It will shorten and simplify the queries. Let's copy this. Mm, Joining table, right? Join class on class ID. Okay. This will return the same thing. Oh my bad. We're gonna be returning this. We're gonna taking the student ID as ID and the first name and last name and title. Okay. From from enrollment and student on student ID enrollment or not. Okay. Nothing has changed except the ID here. This one came like this ID. Mm, and I'll remove this and I'll go over here and print this. So this is done the same thing, but with the shortening the things here s.it. We are making that student table as s. Here you can see student as s. So s.it as id and the first name, last name, and title. From enrollment as a dot s dot id dot e dot student id and class as c dot id equal to e dot enrollment dot class id. Okay. Oh, it's asking where's the s. It says what's the syntax of here as join student as s dot id. Now that I'm fine. Okay, now that is done perfectly. Mm, And another thing I wanted to tell you is as keyword is actually optional. We can achieve this by without using the as keyword. The same type of alias behavior you can achieve. You can set the alias without the as keyword. You can say enrollment space e and that space is already ensures to tell SQL that you are setting up an alias. Uh, I wish that one is available as well. Here, that one's not available. Oh, don't worry. Mm, Here, where student as a space will tell that we're going to be taking enrollment as E. So we're going to ended up with the solution that you have get this over here. If I execute, okay, nothing's changed. Everything is perfect. So as keyword is optional. Don't worry. Mm, let's try again. Okay. So I hope everything went well. And another thing that I wanted to tell you is about the travel tracker application, and we're going to be giving a advanced features to our travel tracker that we have created in our previous videos, part 1, part 2, part 3, and another another video as well about that application. And in this video, I mean, in this application, we're going to be giving advanced features such as we can add new user. And let me show you here. Here, India. I, I, I managed to achieve this because I removed the like thing, like keyword, because what it will doing is when I try to enter the India, it is returning some kind of different kind of country. So that's why I removed that feature. So I'll be able to get this output very well. So I hope you can do the same thing if you are facing issues that I have faced. Mm, Waiting for the phone.
この約束もある。
そうでした。
俺は
Mm, so let me show you output. Here's the output here. I can add the family member as I wanna know a girl's name. Kinda, which one is the best name? Priya, no, no. Mm, Samantha. Okay, and pick up a color and add. Okay, Samantha is blue, and when I try to add India, okay, Samantha visited the India and United States of America. Okay, and Canada. So we can add multiple users and we can keep track of the countries they have visited, something like this. Very cool, right? And this is output we are going to be achieving from the end of this video. I mean, by creating that application of family travel tracker. uh, don't worry if you get this, no issues. They didn't get the, I mean, they didn't lose the connection with the server though. So this is the solution code. I'm gonna compare search, select for compare with the index.js, compare with selector. So what it will do is it will compare the two files and it will show which one was added and which one was removed. So this is a great feature of Visual Studio. Yeah, this is not word, and actually not school. I guess school, right? Which one's the solution over here? Okay, school is, and my database password is 1234. Okay, and here you can see we're gonna use this function to get the check current countries that's been that is visited by the user. So first we're gonna check out the get the user ID and get the countries that he is visited and insert them into the countries mm, countries array. Mm, Here one represents the current ID. Initially we're gonna giving the user ID equal to 1, so it will automatically show us the user IDs user wants details initially, and this will return the countries of that user, and get current user. This is used to get the user info, the countries he visited, something that kind of stuff, and the total countries of he visited. That is all that user info rows. Mm, and Here I guess solution needs to be here and indices needs to be here. So that will be good. I'll remove it. Where the index structure, uh, it is not perfect again. Solution with solution. Oh no, this is bad. Mm, I'll just leave it as it is. Select for compare. Uh, Solution is for not compare. This is for compare. Select for compare with this one. Okay, now this is good. This is what we're expecting. So mm, first one is for home page. When we gonna hit the first home page, it will return. First it will get the visitor countries of that current user and return the current user out. Current user details like countries he visited and the length. That means total, and shows the username and the color. So that is what we're gonna use this color to fill out his data. And when we try to add, like when we wanted to add the country into the database, first it's gonna check out whether the country that's been entered by the user is available in the countries. If it does, then it is going to insert. mm, it will take the user code and the user ID, country code and the user ID of that current user here. You can see this can't be a serial. You need to know that. And it will redirect when it's done. It will redirect to the home page. It will show the user's data, and if there's an error, it will show an error. And if the user entered data is not available, then it will catch an error. Okay. Mm, so we can modify this stuff into the previous stuff, like the data you entered is not available. I mean, let me go over here. If I try to enter something wrong, let's see what will happen here. Hmm, looks like it's not telling, like the country is not existed. Uh, Instead of that, it is showing an error, something like this. Here you can see. We can modify that into showing the user the country is not existed, and redirect to the home page. So whatever. Let's move to the next step. When the user try to add a new user, then we click over here into the user, and when it does, it will render to the new .ejs, and it is a form. Let me show you. Can I guess I can show. It's inside the views, and this is a new EJS. This is a form. This will redirect over here, and you can select the color you want. I can add new colors as well. Hmm, here you go. This is the action and the method and input text, and we're going to be accessing my body parts. Okay, that's over here. Okay, no, here, name, body parts, and the color, body parts. Okay, this was the inputs from the user, and inside the form, and we're going to be insert the name into the table of users name and color. And I didn't show you that table, right? I'll show you. And it will return everything that's entered right now by the user of name and color. It will return the name and color and the ID as well. So we're going to take const id result dot rows dot zero. I mean current data 0 dot id. It will return the ID, that's user ID, and current ID will become the ID. Okay, current ID will become the ID, and it will show that ID's user data redirect to the home page. That's it. This is how we're going to be able to create in that one, and we can add new features that I have told you. Here country doesn't exist, and here I can say the country is already inserted. Hmm, looks like I can. Let's see the queries. Why there's something is missing? Something like this is for users table and a serial primary key. This can be repeated, and where can it is unique name. We cannot give the same name. If I try to give, it will give an error. And visited countries, here country code is not Unix. That's why we can provide duplication, and it is you know what's called child table, and this is establishing the one to many relationship. Do you understand what I meant? This is establishing the one to many relationship. One user does have that can visit in multiple countries can have multiple data. So that's what here happening. So we are we are established the one-to-many relationship over here and inside the data. I mean already when you try to, and if you don't insert anything, this is what show it will be shown. Mm, this is just to show. So that's it. I hope you understand. Let's add a new user, which is called Raju. Samantha. Raju likes pink. No, no, Ajay likes pink. Raju likes green. Oh yeah. Raju visited the Canada, uh, Australia, and France. France. This is France. Huh. Uh, Poland, Japan. Okay, this is cool, right? Now our application is working very well, and this is what I wanted to show you. So I'll see you guys in the next video then. Bye.